Now come to the next point. What I have told you, our topic is arrangement and marshalling of balance sheet item. देखो, balance sheet of financial statement of financial affairs, whatever you call it, it contains a good number of items. Okay, what are the items? I am telling you, in the asset side we put, I have told you, there are goodwill, land and building, plant and machinery, furniture, fixture, okay, motor car, motor lorry, then investment depends two types. One is long-term investment, other one is short-term investment. Long-term investment is made by a business house in other business houses, okay, or in shares and debentures and other companies. Short-term investment in some items, okay. Then syndicators, bill receivable, bank balance, cash, okay, and prepaid expenses, okay, unexpired income, unexpired expenses, okay. So these are all my assets. These are the items. In the liability side, capital, profit and loss account, outsiders loan, okay, long-term loan, short-term loan, bank loan, syndicators, bill payable, okay, outstanding liabilities. So these are the items. Now, so these items should not hectically be presented. Okay, you can write capital, then syndicators, then outstanding liabilities, then loan. It may be you can do that, but that is not good thing. Okay, the total liabilities for total items, be it liability or be it an asset, should be grouped. Okay, should be grouped. So if someone asks you, friend, what is the fixed assets of the organization? What will you tell? Wait, I'm telling you. Because you have written that you have prepared the balance sheet in that way, no? Balance sheet, okay? Land and building, cash, debtors, plant and machinery, then fixture, then stock, then goodwill. So if you do that in that way, no? So it will be some problem to answer immediately. If I ask you, friend, what is the total fixed assets of the organization? Sir, वेट कीजिए ना, बता देते हैं सर, थोड़ा सा टाइम दीजिए। ओए कैलकुलेटर तो देना बाबू। हाँ, अरे भाई कैलकुलेटर बर्बाद हो गया, मोबाइल तो चला हो, नेट इतना घटिया है ना, काम नहीं कर रहा है, तो ऐसे चलेगा। So what do we do that? So that is why we basically group the items. The items which are shown in the balance sheet or the statement of affairs are grouped as per their nature. Some assets are fixed because they give service for not a particular year, but for a good number of years, continuing years. They are known as fixed assets. Its nature is fixed. Service is you go on getting services for years, for some years, for at least more than 1 year. That is known as fixed assets. And some are current assets. What are the current assets? Current assets are those which I have already told all these things, which have no permanent implication, and it finishes in one time. Okay, and it is absolutely related to a particular accounting period. Just say, think it. I have stock in trade in my asset side. Okay, that stock is what for? That stock is meant for selling. Okay, now whenever I am selling the stock, it reduces. The value of the stock reduces. Okay, so it is current. Now I have my Sunday debtors of 50,000. Some Sunday debtors 10,000 has given me the amount. So what is the value? The Sunday debtors reduces, bank transfer on debit or bank account debit to Sunday debtor. And at the flag end of the year, I will say the last year Sunday debtors have already paid, and some new Sunday debtors have been emanated, have been developed because of credit sales on credit. Clear? So that is why we group the item in the same way. The organization, the owner has invested some amount in the business house. So say 1 lakh. Now that man has generated a profit of rupees 50,000. What is the amount? 1,50,000. So it is the part, it is the owner. But if someone asks you, what is the owner's right? What is the amount of, what is the equity of the owner? Then you say, wait, friend, I will have to take some time because I have written capital over here and profit over here. And in between I have seen some other liabilities. So there must be some proper grouping so that you can take proper decision making. You can take proper decision. I have told you accounting in a chart. I gave you a chart, and there I have shown you that accounting is concerned with supplying information for decision making by the owners, not only the owners, but those who are interested with the business activities. Clear? That I have already told you. So, it is the task of the accountant to present information in such a way so that it is very meaningful, it is very simple, it is very lucid, and it is very logical. So logical, lucid, reasonable, scientific presentation of information needs some criteria to be followed, some criteria to follow. Now what are the criteria? First criteria we follow, this is arrangement, grouping of the total that is known as arrangement of the balance sheet item. Because the statement of affairs or the balance sheet, or statement of financial position, as you call it, okay, is the basic guideline, is our most important information which we should like to carry and which we should go on analyzing and interpreting all the time, all through the year to take proper decision. So for decision making purpose, most important item is our statement of financial position balance sheet. Although profit and loss is also there, and it is made for different reasons, but all instant decision making needs your balance sheet or financial statement. The financial statement should be very sound. It should look good. It should look good. It should be very systematic. It should be logical, and it should there should not be any ambiguity while you are interpreting or while you are using that statement. And that is why we go on arranging the balancing item. Okay, arrangement of balancing item or financial statement item is very, very important. That arrangement is of two types. One is grouping the item. Grouping. What is grouping? Grouping means putting items of similar nature under a common heading. Okay, putting items of similar nature under a common heading. Okay, clear? Putting item. What I have told you, I have shown already these things. Today I am finalizing it. We have shown some assets as fixed assets. You see, fixed assets, the goodwill, land and building, plant and machinery, furniture, fixture, plant and long-term investment. All these are having long-term implication, and that is known as fixed assets. Okay. And if anybody asks you, hey, what is the fixed asset of the organization with the imaginary figure I have shown it is 2,60,000. Clear? Now again, some items are there. Investment, short-term investment, and some stock in trade, 30 debtors, bills receivable, bank, cash, prepaid expenses. All these are current in nature. So they are grouped under the head current assets. Clear? Understood? And next, miscellaneous expenditure. There are different types of miscellaneous expenditure which are shown in the asset, although they are not asset. Okay, and it is nothing but the profit and the debit balance of profit and loss account. Now come over here, the current liability, syndicators, bills payable, outstanding expenses. These are the current liabilities. So current liabilities are to be grouped under a head. Okay, because these liabilities are to be paid within this year and within a very short period. There is short-term liability. Short-term liability is that which is not so current. Current liabilities you have to pay within 1 month, within 15 days, within 7 days. Short-term within this year, within a particular period. In most of the books, short-term liability and current liabilities are shown under the same head. But friend, I would like not to do it. Short-term liabilities are those liabilities which are having an effect of more than an accounting period, but it is not more than 5 years or more. Short term, this is bank loan, cash loan. You have taken a loan from cash after money, just on some paper, okay? That is cash loan, and it is to be paid within 2 or 3 years, okay, or 5 years. Very often you have your bank account, bank balance, okay? You have your bank balance, you have made a fixed deposit, and from that fixed deposit, you have made a cascaded facility account, and that is your this short-term liabilities, okay? And bank overdraft, as you know, the amount which you had in the bank, you have withdrawn more than that amount, okay, to bank overdraft. And it should be short-term liability, it may be considered as a long-term liability, depending on the terms and condition of the agreement, okay? Next, long-term. Long-term liabilities are those liabilities which you have to pay after 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and that is loan and mortgage, bank loan. If you take the big business houses basically take loans for 25 years, 15 years, 20 years, all these are long-term liabilities. So they are put on the long. So long-term liabilities it is grouped under the head bank loan, long-term, and then owner's equity. Owner's equity, it is the right of the owner. Owner's first right is the capital invested by him and the amount generated within the organization. And the amount generated within the organization may be of two types. One, maybe segregated into 2 parts. One may be taken back. खाना खा लो, चलो मुर्गी ने अंडा दिए हैं, तुम लेकर चले गए, घर में जाकर खा लिया है, हाँ बिरयानी के साथ. अभी nothing, a good part of eggs you are not at all interested to take back. You want to utilize it for further breeding and further getting your further production material, and so that is invested in the business outside. That is known as reserve. Okay. So and this reserve is of two types. One is capitalism and the other one is revenue. On this categorization I will make later on. But you think all the reserves are the right of the equity. Reserves is a fund. Reserves is a fund which is kept aside in the business for further expansion. Okay. The amount I have earned profit. I have earned profit of rupees 50,000. If I may take it back and may purchase some jewelry for my wife will be happy, but my business will be unhappy. Why? Because when I will be in need of money, where from I will get the amount? I will go for, well, no sir, money. There are a good number of bankers and other organizations who are ready to give you the money. Yes, they will give the money, but they will not, they will take the interest. Okay, so it is a loss of the organization. So instead of giving interest to others, it is better to utilize own fund in the business. So tell your baby, please, ज्वेलरी बाद में होगा, हाँ अभी बिजनेस को बनाने दो, बाद में इतना ज्वेलरी दे देंगे कि तुम पीसी चंद्र के खरीद कर लोगे. Okay, so that is case of grouping. Clear? I think I have clear that grouping is nothing but the element in form of grouping. Grouping nature and assets and liabilities of the same nature will be put under the same head. Clear? And what are the heads? Fixed assets, current assets, and miscellaneous expenses. Here liabilities, owner's equity, long-term liabilities, short-term liabilities, current liabilities. Okay, these are the group. Then comes the marshalling. Marshalling of balance sheet. And now you have grouped the item, and how do you show that? It is a marshalling, it's arranging the assets and liabilities in a particular order. Clear? A order. So here in grouping, what you are getting, you are making the group of the different items. You are making the group of the different items. But in marshalling, you are placing that group. You are placing the items, group of items in some order. Clear? Mind it, total items are here. My first task is arranging. Okay, sorry, grouping. First task is grouping. Fixed assets, current assets, miscellaneous expenses. Your owner's equity, long-term liability, current liability, short-term liability, current liabilities. So I have grouped. Now, how would the group be presented? So, would you present current liabilities at the top and fixed liabilities, current assets at the top and fixed assets at the bottom, or miscellaneous at the bottom, or miscellaneous expenses in between? Or how would you show long-term liability, short-term liability, current liabilities, and capital? How would you show? What would be the order? When you think, someone say, Akash was telling that, say, sir, we always prefer permanence. Okay? हम स्थायी चाहते हैं. I want to be very solid. So, ठीक है, okay. So he is interested to start. He is interested to start with the fixed item. Okay, which is more fixed. The more fixed item, the item which is more permanent in nature, will be placed at the top. Okay, and gradually in an organization, the most important permanent asset is goodwill. Because goodwill, once developed, it is carried for long. Okay. Then comes land and building. Land and building is something which you take long time to acquire, and you take also long time to dispose of. Okay. And then plant and machinery, it gives services for a long time. Then comes furniture, fixture, then come patent and investment, long-term investment. So this is in order of permanence. Okay. So Goodwill is the most permanent asset. And after that, land and building, after that, plant and machinery, after that, furniture, kitchen, after that, then less important, less permanent. Good investment, short-term investment. Then stocking debt, it is very it is less permanent as because it is immediate. Once it is used, it is gone. Then sunny debtors, amount paid, they are vanished. Bill receivable, duly met, no entry, no place over here. The bank balance we don't, it will be zero. Then cash balance used, it will be zero. So these are less permanent. Okay, and miscellaneous expenditure is of course a less permanent asset. That's because anytime when you are generating profit, it will be zero. Clear? So here I have shown the materials in the order of permanence. Understood? Now Mr. Manish माची बोले सर उतना परमानेंट के लिए कोई ये बात नहीं है. देखिए ना, जिंदगी आज का है, आज एक दिन का है, कल भी नहीं रह सकते. कौन जाने कल हो ना हो, कल किसी ने देखे. सर हम वो पसंद नहीं करते सर. आकाश बोले अरे ऐसा क्या बोल रहे हो, परमानेंट थिंग इज द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग. भी बड़े भाई वो सब तेरा बात है, मेरा बात है. पहला जो कैश आता है वही हमारा. तो बोले कैश भाई बिजनेस कैश के लिए है. आज होगा, कल बिजनेस नहीं भी कर सकते. टुमारो आई मे नॉट कैरी ऑन द बिजनेस. चलो भाई, तो क्या करें, ऑर्डर ऑफ लिक्विडिटी. कहाँ से पैसा जल्दी आएगा, कहाँ से पैसा जल्दी आएगा, कैश से जल्दी आएगा, है ना. देन आफ्टर द बैंक, देन बिल रिसीवेबल, तो डेटर्स, syndicate, stocking debt, investment. ठीक है. Just in order of permanence you start in that way. In the order of liquidity you start from the bottom. Okay, but one thing, friend, miscellaneous expenditure should be put over here in the bottom side, as because it is shown in the asset, but it is not an asset. Because for that I have already told you, it is nothing but a fictitious asset. It is shown as the asset, but it has got no. Very often, Honsu is regarded as my friend, but he is not originally a friend. Okay, always come late and many other things. Okay, so this is the order of permanence, and if you reverse it, then if you start with prepared expenses, cash, prepared expenses, bank, bill receivable, then it will be order of liquidity. Clear? And in the same way, the owner's equity is the strongest, is the most solid as a liability. Okay, it is paid up at the last. Okay, so it is the most permanent liability. Then after that, long-term loan, and after that, short-term loan, short-term liabilities, and again liability. So it is order of permanence. And if you want to say no, sir, I would like to just as per Manish's thought, Manish's opinion, his observation. So you may start with bill payable, outstanding expenses, standing debtors, then bank overdraft, then cash loan, then loan on mortgage, then bank loan, then providers account. So it is order of liquidity. Clear? So this is the marshalling. So marshalling, what do you mean? Marshalling is arranging assets and liabilities in a particular order. The order may be two types. One is order of permanence and the order of liquidity. Clear? I have told you. And you can also follow a mixed order. तो उनसे हम दोनों ही रखेंगे. ठीक है. और बोले भाई सर, हम मनीष भी मेरा दोस्त है, आकाश भी मेरा दोस्त है, हम दोनों को ही रखेंगे. ठीक है. So you are maintaining say asset in permanence order and liabilities in order of liquidity, or asset in order of liquidity and this order of permanence. That is known as mixed. Yeah. So this is about marshalling. What is marshalling? Marshalling is the term marshalling is a British term. Okay. The marshalling means in British, it is in British English. What does it mean? Do you know? Marshalling is the process. It is a process. What again process? Okay. It is whatever you are doing, it is a process. No. You are putting the assets. Or liabilities. You are placing the assets and liabilities in some order. So you are doing something. So it is a process. It is a function of what? And it is a process of what? Process of controlling, leading and organizing a number of people. So whenever say, whenever you have in your hand 50 persons. So how you can place it? You can place it as per height. Okay. You can place them as per fatness. You can place them as per their complexion. You may place them as per their race, as per their religion, whatever it may be. So it is the order. the order of organizing, it is the process of controlling, leading and organizing a number of people or things, especially vehicles, in some order. And that is marshalling. So marshalling, originally used in British language, and it is a process of arranging, it is a process of arranging, or a process of presentation, or process of setting, leading, organizing a good number of persons, good number of things, especially like this. Okay, that is order of, that is marshalling. Clear? So now I have told you everything with regards to balance sheet. In a nutshell, balance sheet, 5 or 6 items I am telling you, just bear it in mind. Balance sheet is a statement prepared after the preparation of the trading and profit and loss account. So it is a statement, of balance item. Balance item refers to the assets and liability. So we can call it asset and liability. The statement of asset and liability, okay, is nothing but a statement of affairs. Affairs means positive asset, negative liability. So it is a statement of assets and liabilities. Clear? Now this statement are how we present it. Whenever we are presenting this statement, we follow some rule. Okay, and that rule is known as arrangement of the items. This arrangement is of two types. One is grouping. First you group the items. Okay, all the assets, all the liabilities are grouped as per their nature. Okay, they may be fixed, current, and short term, long term, and like all this. So they are grouped first, and after grouping, we place them in some particular order. And it may be the order of permanence, it may be the order of liquidity, or it may be the order mixed order. Okay, so that is in a nutshell everything about balance sheet, statement of affairs, marshalling of balance sheet, and arrangement of balance sheet item. Clear? So thank you very much, friends. And here I would like to complete accounting for few days. Clear? And you do one thing, you practice this. I am giving the reference of some books. With the help of that book, you can practice this. I am making some references of some books with the help of that. These books you practice, go on practicing. All these are accounting, okay? Accounting books. Accounting or accountancy. Volume 1. Volume 1. Means what become, huh? There, Bhadreswar and Das. Then, Anik Mukherjee. Mukherjee and Mukherjee. And then SK Paul. Now these are the common book meant for BCom. Okay, BCom. Volume 1. Okay, BCom part 1. Clear? Part 1. And if you want to go through in some better way, then my friend, please use MC Shukla. This is the MC Shukla. This is MC Shukla. Eastern publication. MC Shukla, that is the biggest book. Okay. And friend, if you are more interested, which I went through, well done. It's well done. Well done, Principles of Accounting, and it is British book. Okay. Unfortunately, I got the opportunity to go through. I use these two books. Okay. And I have these books in our library. Okay. We have this book in our library. If you are interested, you may consult it. Okay, clear? So this is for those who are interested into the depth of the issues, and those who are interested just study for some knowledge. But my accounting is a very, very important discipline, and I would like to say the most important discipline, as because we live in the world of business. Okay, in the business speaks through accounts. Okay. Now one thing I have not told you. Whenever I am asking Akash, how are you? Sir, Chandra. So in the, he is I cannot understand how he is, whether to what extent he is good, to what extent he is bad. One may think कि नहीं कोई अभ्यास में कोई लगे कि नहीं, I do not know. Okay, but if he says, so whenever I ask him, Mr. Kalkula Motu, Motu कैसे हो? Sir, बिंदास हो सर, जानते सर ऐसा 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 बात है. He gives me the detail. That is accounting. Okay. The motto has given me the detailed accounting, and it is possible for me to make certain conception as to what he is, how he is, and what he was, how he was. But I cannot make proper, I cannot realize what is the present state of affairs. So that is accounting. Better accounting needs clear accounting. Better accounting needs scientific accounting. Better accounting means logical accounting. Better accounting means beautiful presentation of your total state of affairs, total state of affairs. So better the language, better will be the decision making, and accounting is made for decision making. Clear? So thank you, friend. Have a nice day. For a few days, you go on digesting what I have already told you in my last 19 classes. Okay, and after that, in between, I will take up economics for our consideration, and again I will come back. Okay, thank you very much.